Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Tonight's host is Courtney Stewart. Joining Courtney will be AfterBuzz co-host Pat Lambert. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Real Housewives of New Jersey news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Courtney Stewart.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 3, Episode 5, Stick It.
Joyzy.
On AfterBuzz TV. I have no idea why this episode is called Stick It, because it makes absolutely no sense, but whatever. So I'm sitting here with the... Oh, dang, you are
there you
so
go.
freaking
Bam, bam, bam.
smart. I'm
Thank
so
you.
slow.
Thank you.
I gotta take my sunglasses off now, because I feel like I can't concentrate.
Sun never sets on a ball.
I know. So I'm sitting in studio, of course, with the wonderful and delightful Pat Lambert.
Hello, darling.
I'm so glad you were able to join me this evening. And we had our sunglasses on, but I am slow apparently, and it makes me not able to properly
I'm committed
focus.
to the sunglasses.
He's committed to his fly sunglasses,
Hello.
and I had to rip mine off. So anyhow, we have an interesting episode
Another
of the Jersey
eventful-
Housewives.
These girls, they just can't get along.
They can't get along. They can't get it together. They're all a hot mess. But what I've decided that we're going to do for this episode is we're going to start.
Okay.
We're going to start positive.
Okay.
And then we're going to work our way to
Down.
the hot messery.
Okay.
So we're going to go. Wait. So what is that? A cone? Is that a cone?
It's a pyramid of some sort. It's a pyramid.
I can't decide if it's a triangle or if it's a pyramid or if it's a cone, because I don't know if the hot mess is bigger or
is it like round or it would
should be at the
square?
bottom.
You know, I guess that's the real question. You know.
Nonetheless, so this episode, we had some small events happen in the beginning. Let's start out talking about Kat. Now, Kat had an interesting moment this episode because we had a little interaction with her children. And I want to say, for one, that her daughter is actually quite beautiful to me. I don't know if you've noticed. Before, it was kind of like, because Kat looks kind of weird to me.
Kat looks a little weird.
She looks a little weird.
Kat reminds me of like Big Fat Greek Wedding kind of people.
Yeah.
She just has, I mean, not weird, but like she just looks.
She got the less attractive stick.
Right, she got a little punch in the face as a
ethnicity,
baby.
you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So it's like she got the
She's like your heavy cousin.
striking features, but they like strike a little too much. But
they strike the wrong side.
it's like they smacked me in the face and I was blind. So, but then I was looking at her daughter this week because they had this little segment with Kat and her kids, and basically her kids were. When they were younger, at some point, signed a contract about being good kids with their parents, which is strange, but
That's odd.
whatever. But the whole point of this
wouldn't sign that shit.
episode, I mean, how do you sign it like, as a kid? But whatever. The whole point of this episode is that they decided that they needed to redo their contracts. So the parents were giving them a recommittal ceremony. They had to go write their own contract and come back and say. And it's funny because the dad was kind of like, I just let Kat do this, but I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the funny part was that the son, I'm guessing they're about like 14 and 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And the son goes, so the daughter like goes and does this like great contract, like, I will respect my body and not have alcohol,
respect my body
and not do drugs
and not
be
lie,
a contributor to society for the rest of my life.
Society.
Exactly. So she signs her contract and
yep.
life is good. Parents are happy and smiling.
Then she steals a car and
specifically
smokes
Kat.
some weed. Yep.
And then her brother comes along and his contract goes like this. He's like, yo, I'm gonna just be real honest, Mom. There's just no way that I'm not gonna have like a little drink on Friday nights. Like when I'm
little drink.
You know,
what I'm
it might be Friday. You know, I might be a junior or senior. I'm probably gonna be underage. So yeah, that's illegal. But I'm gonna do it.
Night.
And then the dad goes, you know what, son? I can respect that because I did that too.
I can do that.
So let me tell you this. Because their dad is like borderline, like I don't even know how to explain
mafioso,
that. He's
like-
mafioso, but then he's not. He's like nerd mafioso. Like it's weird. He's kind of an interesting character. But then he throws in there, he goes, if you ever need a taste of your first drink, come to me. I'll do it for you.
I feel like the contracts were
right here.
That wasn't supposed to be part of the contract.
Kat was mortified. She was like, you're defeating the whole purpose of the whole thing. I thought it was great, though.
I think that's insane to ever make your kids sign a contract that they're not going to drink. That's
I
like being like,
mean,
dear children, please don't hit puberty or ever be socially normal.
Nah,
Sorry.
It was definitely
You don't
strange.
drink in high school.
It was cute, but nonetheless, it was still funny that the little boy was like, it's not going down, Mom.
Hannah, Mom.
And the thing that
That's
I took
funny.
from that little thing was that Kat's daughter's actually cute. So for those of you who haven't looked at her, it's like she sort
Take
of...
a look.
Take a look. She's got this like
Jackie's
sandy,
daughter,
blondie
not as
hair.
much.
Jackie's daughter looks like a potato, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Ouch!
Oh snap! And we're right on
potato.
We're
That
right
was
on schedule.
That's spot on.
That was our
potato.
segue. She's a potato. And
See, Jackie's very cute.
See, I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I think Jackie's very cute. And have you ever noticed in the what do you call it? The like bumpers into the show where they're like posing.
Oh my god! And she's literally like,
She's like, suck it in.
she does like this side thing, and I was like, oh my.
She looks very uncomfortable, like she's about to roll over. Nonetheless, we're talking about the kids.
These girls know how to hide their fat.
They hide their fat. Give me
Brilliant,
some
you
fun.
know?
It's like suck it in. But okay.
The daughter does not. Ow,
So
that's awful. We can't do that.
We can't
We
say the
shouldn't
girl is
call her
fat.
fat. She
Well,
just
she's
is
not
around.
a kid anymore. She's like 19.
Yeah, so we can call her fat now.
Okay, so Ashley, Miss Ashley in this episode. So here we got Kat trying to get her kids to do right.
She's a dumb bitty.
It was funny. It was just a cute
Yeah, it was
little.
cute.
It was a cute little ditty.
Kat
with
had a cute
cat,
moment.
and nobody cares.
Kitty cat.
So then Jacqueline has an incident with Ashley again.
See, I think Ashley's such a rude little bitch.
She is the rudest.
She's
stanky-
so mean. She's stanky.
She's
She's
just
stanky.
That's my word for her.
She said she wants to be Sarah Jessica Parker. She wants to be Carrie Bradshaw. I was like, what brain do you have for Carrie Bradshaw?
Stanky. Like she doesn't want to work. She doesn't want to do right. Like it's like appreciate where you have what your parents
Like, what
will
your parents have
do
given you,
anything for
literally.
you. Like they have it and they will give it. All you have to do is what you're supposed to do.
I mean, I get like I think everyone's bratty to their parents or
Just
tries to
on
like
some level.
tries to like take advantage of the system so you can get an extra $20. But like she's just so awful to her mom.
She's so rude.
And I feel like their relationship is never going to be quite right because she doesn't respect her mom.
Oh, it's weird. And nonetheless, Daddy Chris decided.
I love the dad,
okay,
but I don't like what he did.
I don't like that he decided to buy
I love
her a
him.
car.
That is the most foolish thing in the entire world.
Well, I will say that he qualified it by saying he's only going to make the first two
He
payments,
qualified it.
and then she's responsible. And if she doesn't pay it, she won't have a car. So,
okay, but you know how it's going to work out.
well,
She's
I'm
not going to pay it, and then
hoping- they took away
There's
the
no way.
last car. They
they took away the last car. I'm
one.
sorry, my parents gave me
Well,
one
that-
car, and if it even like drove down the street, I was like,
My parents didn't give me nothing. The only reason I had a car was because my dad moved away my senior year in high school, and he had to work out of town, so I had his car.
there you go.
That's how it worked out for
I
me.
stole it from my neighbor.
I was like, hey, okay. But
Okay,
after that, I
okay.
had to buy my own. Nonetheless, she is getting a new car.
I don't say that.
And Chris didn't tell Jackie.
But didn't Jackie have to co-sign on it?
Well, he tells her this. Basically,
he tells her,
he
not only have I
sat
bought the
them
car,
all
but you're
down.
paying for part of it.
Exactly.
Like,
He
oh,
sat them down and
oh.
he goes, "This is what's going on." And Jacqueline was like, "You could have consulted me first."
Wait, I don't remember though. Did they sit down with her there?
Yes.
The daughter there?
with Ashley.
That's
there.
awful.
That was awful.
Because that's a setup.
Yeah.
It's not like Jacqueline can
She
escape or like
can't
debate
do
her.
anything. And that's why she was playing with her
powerless
phone,
there.
and she was like, "I can't.
That's
Obviously,
awful.
I mean nothing." So
And you know that she would have put her foot down about it.
yeah, I feel
Because
bad.
the girl hasn't done anything to really warrant deserving it, you know?
She can't even talk to her mom with respect. As much as my mom might have gotten on my nerves, I can't be that openly disrespectful
What's her name?
to her.
What's the daughter's name again?
Ashley.
Ashley. I said Allison.
We can call her Potato.
Okay, potato.
Ashley the Potato.
Little potato head. Her boss in New York though seems to like her,
It was freaking.
which is why I
Lizzie
wonder.
Grublin.
Well, ow. Well, like they have a similar
offense.
past, but I wonder, if she actually is a good kid. She's just awful to her mother.
Well, I'm thinking because I had.
Or if she has some kind of intellect. And
You know
she's
how we were
awful to her
talking
mother.
what was it 2 episodes ago, and we had a little sympathy for her when she was sort of talking about her father and the whole
Yeah.
other family and that situation. That was the first time in 3 years of New Jersey Housewives that I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
That
I
she
kinda
wasn't just
can
a Bratz
see
doll,
She's not just
you
a
know?
Bratz doll. So everybody's got a reason and a history and some baggage.
But
It's
I
just a
think that-
matter of
I
you're
think
getting
it's-
too old for it to continue.
I
to
think
rule
it's
your
very
life.
bad of Jacqueline's husband to have done that because it's
Yeah.
always her fighting the daughter and then always seeking support from him.
Yeah.
And he tends to back her up.
Yeah.
But then this is just like, it's not like she's ever going to be able to battle out of it.
Yeah.
She's always going to look like the villain to her daughter.
Yeah.
And her daughter's always going to cry to daddy.
In Chris's defense, I feel like he's just trying to, within reason, continue to give her a leg up because in the end, mom is fed up. And he has to be able, if anything, he's got to be the bridge some kind of way. So,
she's got to get something.
You know, somehow, whatever, they figured out. She rolled away with a brand new
What kind of car?
Ranger, Ford Ranger.
That is absurd.
It was a SUV.
It'd be one thing if she got like a used car.
No. It was a
hell
brand new,
no.
splashy.
It's season 3. They don't have used cars.
There ain't no used cars going on up in here.
Yeah, them Kardashians, you know, they had somebody else cook their dinner.
Not in New Jersey.
Everybody moving up.
Not in New Jersey.
Season by season, dollar by dollar.
That was the excitement with the Kansas episode. So
Okay.
let's rock it on to the redhead. Now, Miss
Caroline. I have always loved her from the start. Caroline.
I will say what's interesting to me is that I feel like even though she's very confident and very like self-assured, I like that it's a little bit of
yeah. You know, kind of scary. Kind of reminds you of your 6th grade teacher.
Floor.
Yeah.
She definitely would be the 6th grade teacher for sure. Like in the
don't-
hallway, like,
Like, don't fuck with that lady.
do you have a hall pass? Like, I forgot.
Be like, give me your damn cell phone. You ain't never getting that cell phone back.
Exactly.
Like, pounded.
But she's also got I see a little bit of her vulnerability because she's kind of trying to find her place right now. She doesn't, like the kids are kind of moving on and she doesn't
when she
really have
cries
much
over those
going on
kids.
and she loves her kids. Like
She's just a mama bird
she
to
is
the bone.
a mama bird.
Her kids are
to
like,
the
I can't
bone.
read and my arm fell off and I got kicked out of school. And she's like, my baby, I love you.
You will survive, honey.
I'm like,
you will.
God, what is this saga?
So, nonetheless, she got this great opportunity to possibly do her own radio show based on her blog.
I like that.
I like it too. It was.
I also like the fact that she knows how to blog.
Yes, she's a blogger.
Someone taught her that.
Somebody taught her how to blog. She was basically answering questions from like moms and.
But Caroline's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yes.
Out of everybody, she's always stayed on the same solid.
Solid.
Others have fluctuated between what they really think, and like clearly Teresa's just like
all over the place.
off a rocker and crazy.
Yes.
Jacqueline can be crazy. Everyone's a little crazy, but Caroline's always kind of been solid with who she is and what she thinks
Which is
morally.
Awesome.
And
that would make her a great advice.
She's a cool cultural
radio
character. I think she's
hosty
very
lady.
interesting.
She's cool. And side note, this has nothing to do with Real Housewives of New Jersey really right now, but Dina Manzo, whom we loved in first season, is on an HGTV show now. She's got her own show. She's a host.
Really?
I've
Wait,
seen
who?
the previews.
Danielle who?
Dina Manzo.
Oh, Dina.
Dina,
I thought she was like
Caroline's
done with
sister.
TV.
No, it looks like she's gonna do some kind of decorating show on HGTV. I need to look it up, but
Really?
I saw her in previews over the weekend because I was obsessively watching
I wonder what
House
Danielle
Hunters
Staub's
International.
up to.
Didn't you hear about the whole like deal with the strip club that went
Sorry,
awry
what?
and then she
I'm
went to
sorry, what?
rehab? She made a deal with.
She's in rehab too?
She made a
What?
deal with like Scores strip club, some big strip club in New York City,
Some big one,
to do like 3
crime.
shows for like a large sum of money. And then she like backtracked on the deal and like said she needs to go to rehab. And look, see, that's her daughter. She looks kind of cute to me.
I don't wait. Let's go back to this.
Sorry,
Oh.
we're watching the show
Maybe I'm
on
disagreeing
TV.
about
the
this
kid,
daughter.
The kid is.
How do you say that daughter's cute? Where did I forget? Did you just see that pug ass face? Oh my God.
The mom, she got the.
That mom is. Look at that face.
I think she worked it out a little bit better. And
That
she
is
had the
awful.
hair. Maybe it's because Kat. Because I just
Maybe
feel like
you're just being a
Kat is
nice
so
girl
scary.
today. That is an awful. I mean, she's not disgusting.
She's not her mom, but like there's something weird
her mom's-
about her. But it's almost like the mom's features
Okay, Courtney,
softened on her. Anyway, we were.
You
on
had
topic.
misled me. I was agreeing that she was beautiful
thought
until
she
I
was
saw it
cute.
again.
I don't think she's beautiful. I just thought she was.
Okay, you were getting it.
And she had a brain tumor, dude. They cut out half of her head.
Well, then there you go. That makes it beautiful.
Anyhow,
makes it
so anyway, Dina's got a show, so you guys, HGTV, check
Dina's
it
got a
out.
show. Danielle
It's
cancels
coming.
hers.
Danielle's
blah,
a
blah.
horror, and life goes on. So anyway, the most interesting thing, obviously, about Caroline was that she's sort of finding her way and always talking about how women sort of give up their
I'm eating popcorn.
dreams. Shame on him.
This
He's hungry.
is this
It's
is the
okay.
most
I already
entertaining
ate
show.
my granola
So
bar
entertaining.
already.
I love this show. I'm done.
So she was talking about how women give up their dreams a lot of times for their families, and that's what they decide to be
blah.
family and whatever. And now she's trying to find her way. So then we segue into Miss Melissa, who also had a dream apparently.
Melissa, this is disgusting.
Melissa, Joe
This is
Gorgas,
another one.
baby mama / wifey of
Hot.
the year.
Hottie.
See, I disagree. I think she's not that cute.
I mean, I think she's colored. She was like colored in
cute
by like
in the body.
She's definitely cute in the body.
Cute in the body, but the mug, not so much.
I mean, her face, like, she reminds me of those kind of cute, skanky girls in high school. The ones who, by senior year, everyone was like, they had too much sex in high school.
Oh, dirty.
Is that wrong?
Dirty.
She just reminds me of those girls.
What's wrong is that she's singing Amazing Grace. Her husband tells all the kids to be quiet and listen to mom sing. And he decides that since her dad apparently was like her super supporter that was going to make her a singing superstar, he is now taking on the role as her husband to make her a singing superstar because she deserves to follow her dreams, just like Caroline said that the women give up their dreams for their kids, and now he's going to let her have
her dreams.
This is I'm going to for
please, Courtney,
Pat to make a judgment, I'm going to sing Amazing Grace in the way that I heard it on New Jersey Housewives, and I need judgment. Hold on.
Okay, I'm shutting my eyes. I have sunglasses.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
Turn off her microphone.
That saved
backtrack.
Here
comes the note. Here comes
like me.
Stop.
I was.
Courtney's doing everyone.
That was my impression of Melissa Gorga singing Amazing Grace. That is not my version of singing Amazing Grace. But that is what encouraged her husband to be like, baby.
I can't understand these women.
That was beautiful. He said, listen to mommy sing, y'all. That's amazing.
Listen to mommy sing.
Listen to mommy sing. So obviously I am a follower of the Real Housewives franchise.
Oh, obviously.
And all these
but
hoes
how many
be singing.
Okay, how many hoes did we got singing? We had Money Can't Buy You Class. There was Joe the first season on OC.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah, all the way back there.
Yeah, Joe. And then Kim Zolciak.
Kim with don't be tardy for the party. But
by the way,
points for that. That was good.
She made hella money off of that. The only reason I was good is because it was produced.
It was so bad. It was so good.
It was produced like out of the
money. Oh wait,
Wait.
But I think we had all the girls in Atlanta. They all kind of sang. No. Nene sang.
Well, but Nene.
And then there was a real singer.
Release a song.
Right.
It was
then there was Countess Luann.
Hot mess.
Money can't buy you class. Oh. She just sounded like
horrible.
She was going through a bad transition.
Danielle Staub and her lesbian
What
love
was that song?
I don't even know.
I love you.
All I know is they were about to lick each other's faces at the end of it.
That was so good.
That's all I remember.
I just
Gretchen made a song from OC.
Yep,
that one actually wasn't that bad if you wanted like a stupid cheesy love song, but it was still.
I mean, Money Can't Buy You Class. That's still taking it.
Nonetheless.
Now we move on to
going to be our next
New Jersey. Just didn't have a song yet, and now here she is,
following her dreams because she's going to be a 30-year-old pop star with 4 babies.
The sad thing is, like, she is, like, I love New Jersey, but I really can't understand this culture of like disgustingly bronze, like clearly Oompa Loompa colored.
Not even bronze, honey.
Fake
that's
hair.
Orange. All the hair.
She looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Except Teresa's hair is real. That's
unless they're coloring the show wrong for television.
No, they probably look pretty orange.
I just can't understand what that, how that's attractive.
It's hot, Pat. You just don't know.
I know so many wonderful Italian people, and they just don't do that.
And they are so beautifully skin tone to begin with.
I mean, she's got a nice hot bod look. She's got nice cleavage. She got pretty eyes. She doesn't have an ugly face.
The nose messes her up. That's all that is.
You know?
But otherwise,
so oddly enough, if she were to break out into a singing career, she would do okay.
Ugh, gross. Anyway, so she's following her dreams and life is good. So even though she's following her dreams, she still can't seem to apparently get her family back together. So we go to the big issue.
That's because she ruined the family. I'm sorry. I'm not on her side.
We are not. None of us are because so obviously for listeners, if you didn't watch, the backstory is that Joe, Teresa's brother, finally calls her and says, "Hey, I'm gonna come to Gia's gymnastics meet. We should meet like family, enjoy it. I want to see her, and then we'll have a chat afterwards." Gia hears this message and Gia starts crying. Like
it's like a gremlin that turned nice again.
Yes, she's like, "Oh my God, Uncle Joey's coming. Uncle Joey's coming." And Teresa's like, "Your Uncle Joey's coming.
Uncle Joe."
Great. So then they all go to the meet.
Yep.
At the meet is Teresa, her husband Joe, Juicy. We need to call him Juicy Joe so we don't get him confused. Juicy Joe, her mom's there, and like all 12 of their kids, and a whole bunch of other kids,
all those Pokemon
and
children.
some other random like Italians that are a part of the family probably in some kind of way.
Yep.
So we're watching Gia try to compete. Gia keeps mouthing to her mom, "Where's Uncle Joey? Where's Uncle Joey? Where's Uncle Joey? Where's Uncle Joey? Where's Uncle Joe?" So every time she does an event, she can't do it because her mind is on Uncle Joe. She tried to do the vault. She couldn't do it. She fell off the balance beam. She couldn't do a flip off of something, and all was right. And Teresa's like, "Oh, she's really good. She's really good. She's just not concentrating.
Right.
She's just not concentrating." Finally, at the end of the meet, Uncle Joe shows
Uncle
up.
Joe shows up.
With wife Melissa
Bitch.
and one of their little kids. I don't know what the hell.
One
their names are.
of their collectibles.
One of their collectibles, because they got a whole bunch of them too.
Yep.
And so he shows up. Teresa's like, "Where have you been? You knew what time it was." Like,
Yeah.
And then Melissa has a little stank attitude, and she goes, "Well, I've been over this whole being on time thing because Teresa doesn't show up to anything of ours on time, so I don't care that he got the times mixed up." So she blamed him, saying he mixed up the times, which he probably did because he's the one that took the call. So
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, so he's there. He takes his mom out to her car. They talk, and she's like, "Why were you late? I don't understand, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, but here's a gift." I don't understand why she was giving him
Why they have
gifts,
gifts.
but whatever.
Part of the culture.
He comes back in. He goes to Teresa. He's like, "Let's have a talk over at Portofino's." And she's like, "Where's Portofino's?" And he's like, "I'll text you." They
Never
part
does.
ways.
Yep.
They part ways.
Yep.
Next thing we know, Joe is at his house with his wife, Melissa, and she's having a nervous breakdown. "I feel like they think it's my fault that your family's not together, and because they don't speak to me, they don't like me. I'm the one that gets the look. I'm the one that gets the look." So basically, she is
She's bearing the brunt
upset
of it.
because
She thinks she's the bearing the brunt.
she thinks
of
that
it.
everybody's
unfairly.
bearing the brunt of it. But I'm starting to feel like you're probably the problem, biatch.
Thing is, I think they're all part of it all. You know, like that blow up at the restaurant
Yeah.
with the major fight, and the father almost has a heart attack, and like
that was everybody's emotions.
I think her brother's a freak of nature. to
He's
me.
definitely.
Like he's crying to his father, and he's speaking in Italian.
You're
Like,
my
"You're my father!"
You're my
Like,
father!
"Por favor, minestrone!" Like it was just
Yeah.
crazy.
It was insanity.
And I was like, when have you been this Like, I know you love your family, but like, when would you be that emotional about like
Screaming and, like,
screaming,
crying and, like-
starting fights with Juicy Joe, like,
yeah, and
like
then
what?
blaming
Calling her a whore, like what has his sister really done
other than like
to then get married?
she got married
Which
and
she has the right to do.
started a life, and this whole TV thing has probably
Yeah.
taken off for her and separated her more.
Sure.
I'm sure. But
But
other
grow
than that,
up, you're a grown man.
You're a grown man with 4 babies and 12 kids. And
Did
they
you need to be
cousins,
like? Did you need to get like breastfed by your sister?
Yeah.
No, leave her alone.
Yeah. And
I think
then
I'm really freaked out by his like whole.
he's crazy.
weirdness.
But it's obvious. I mean, Teresa's temper is obviously indicative of his
Right.
problems too.
Right.
And then his wife just seems like a really whiny sort of.
She's just a whiny little bitch
obnoxious-
who's inside of it.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be super accepted on like all levels, and she has to understand that
Yeah.
Teresa was there first,
Yeah.
and you know whatever she should kind of give over,
Yeah.
so that Teresa can feel comfortable around her.
Yeah.
I think Melissa's big thing was that she didn't play it right. She
Yeah.
came in, guns blaring, like she was supposed to be
Even
accepted
though
on day
she
one.
thinks she played it right, because she made a really snide comment saying, "I buy Gia the right gifts. I've tried to find out how your mom cooks so that I could do that too. Like I've tried to reach out and find
And
ways."
I think she probably
at
has
some
thought
point,
about it.
and she may have.
But she's stubborn, and I don't think anyone who's stubborn against
and
Teresa
she snide.
will live.
And she snide.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that she has her gang of sisters
And she looks
and
she looks like a little
family,
high
so-
schooly kind of like she acts like a
Yeah.
high schooler.
Yeah.
You know, and Teresa's not one to mess with.
I'm totally blaming her.
But Teresa really wants to get back with her brother. You know, she really
I
wants
think
it to
she
work
does,
out.
but I think
I think it was rude of him to show up late to that match. Because even though I thought Gia is probably one of the most annoying characters I've ever seen in my life and looks like a gremlin, I felt bad. You know, she was really
was
upset.
excited for him to be there.
And
And
you
it's
know-
one of those things, it'd be different if it was just a dinner or like a
Right.
party, but it was something specific for her that you were supposed
And
to
she
be there
thought he was
for.
coming. Like I
Yeah.
remember, like I would wait for my dad. For, like you know, you probably
Yeah.
played games where you're like, "Where's my sister? Where's
You're
whoever?" Like
looking out there, like, have they made it
you know, like
yet?
you don't
Have they
actually
made
care
it
if you're
yet?
gonna win. Like
Yeah,
it's
you're
not like your
I just
future's
made
there.
a basket. Did you see it? Like, and they
Yeah.
didn't. So, oh yeah, I totally understand that. But yeah, Joe, you're whack for not showing up. And then he had his whole, like, after his wife, he had to break down. He went through the whole, like, I love my wife, and my sister is stupid, and I'm not even going to answer her phone calls
what is
because
this
I don't
big
want
thing?
him to
Like-
feel like that. I don't know.
And do they not realize that they're talking to a camera, which their sister's then gonna see when the season's over? Like,
That's what makes for
if
good
you-
reunion specials, boo.
if you ever want to repair this relationship, like, do they?
I don't know.
Do you think? Who do you think actually wants to repair the relationship?
It's all for drama.
Well, I think Teresa actually really does want to.
I think
her
she
brother to
does. And
love
can
her
I
again.
also say that for Teresa, I've felt
don't think she's
actual
played it too badly.
discomfort with watching her this season. Like, you can see she's in pain. Like, you can see that she's uncomfortable with the situation with her brother. You can see she's uncomfortable with the situation with her husband and the money and all of that. And you see that it's weighing on her.
Oh, totally.
And when they did,
she used to have much more like power and presence, and now
her
she's scaled herself back. You know?
And her personality is much more subdued
she's much more
because
insecure
of it.
about
And she's,
it too.
Exactly,
she's
very insecure and she's hiding.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that was really apparent last week's episode at the whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Yep.
And she was trying to thank like Caroline and all her family for like being the extra family, and she can barely like find words to say, like, and you can tell she's like stuttering over like missing her brother, and it was just, it was like one of those like watching like, oh, I don't want to watch this. It was uncomfortable. So I feel sorry for her.
It's out of character for who she was.
Yeah. So I think that
it almost feels a little bit karmic though, because she was she was kind of a tyrant the first few seasons with the way that she spent money.
No.
I mean, the first season was just like Teresa
dropping
a few thousand every time she went out.
But I don't think that's like what is at core of how she's feeling right now.
No.
Like, I feel like I feel like she is the person that if they don't have the money, they don't have the money. Like, she would be. She's working through that anyway,
where she didn't have a lot of money.
So I don't think the money is as much of the issue as the fact that it's in public that this thing has happened with her husband. She didn't know anything about it.
Right.
Like those.
She's on the cover of People magazine. She's got a picture with her and all of her kids saying fame ruined their lives.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't come back for another season. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dina pulled out and found her HGTV
but Dina
TV
already
show.
got money. Teresa can't pull out now. She needs to get money wherever she can.
I know. Well, you know.
So it's like Bravo is gonna help pay for their house right now. So nonetheless, I feel bad for Teresa. I feel like she's honest. I feel like Joe is just freaking crazy. Like, he's like testosterone version of her crazy, which I don't know if it's worse.
Well, I don't know if it's testosterone. I don't know if I think she has more testosterone than he does. Because like that breakdown with the dad was literally like, I'm sorry. I was like, where are your lady parts? You know?
Like, where's your vagina? Your pussy. So I don't know.
Courtney said it, not me. But really though, I think that was one of the most uncomfortable things to watch. Because I was like, I didn't relate to him. I was like, this is not a human.
And like that was insane. He was
it
like
was
an
insane.
Animal.
He was
like
literally
hedgehog, like
sobbing his eyes out. I was like, what is this so emotional about? Like
Tasmanian devil.
Why did you flip? Like, there must be something in their bloodline that's like
makes
cut with crack,
completely
cut with crack in their emotional like core.
Yeah,
because they flip out over nothing.
Flip out over nothing. But
yeah.
Anywho, so it ended with him like, I'm not gonna do this for you. I'm not gonna talk to my sister.
That's so foolish.
She's crying and
I really that makes me hate her. What's the bitch's name?
Melissa.
Melissa. Sorry, I don't even want to know her name. It makes me hate her that much more because think about it. Teresa paved the way for her to even be on the show.
Yeah.
So here she is, kind of like again like. There's some reparations there. Like, you should kind of give a little leeway to Teresa, who's clearly, established herself a little bit more than she has. But she comes in kind of like guns blaring as if she's like, as if everyone in America is supposed to love her and accept her.
Yeah.
You know?
And she's hot trash.
I hate people who play cool, who act cool, or try to do things to look cooler or bigger and better.
Yeah.
Whereas Caroline, I love because she just is bigger and better.
That and
she's just like, sure, you can call me a bitch. I'm gonna light your face on fire, you know, with my hair.
Very calmly, very quietly.
You know?
And you're not even gonna know what happened.
You won't even know you died.
So your ass is burnt up.
Your family will.
Yeah. Peace out. So anyway,
that's why I like her.
That was why they stuck it this episode, and that was what went down. And we'll talk about what's coming up after this commercial break.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Posing, they look like crap. And we're back.
We were just dissecting how the girls, what they look like.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I see more orange in the future.
Yes, Pat sees more orange. I see more bad fashion and gaudy jewelry.
Gaudy.
And way too many eyelashes and eyeliner.
That's one of my favorite things, though, with the whole Real Housewives franchise, with their little, like, solo shots, their confessionals.
Yes.
It is such a staple of, like, the ladies of each, kind of the style of each. You know, like, the New York girls are very well dressed. Some have really fucked hair. I mean, screwed hair. Like, Ramona always looks like a crackhead. But the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills looked absolutely glamorous and amazing. And then New Jersey is just known for being gaudy.
Just gaudy and messy.
It's the most gaudy.
And all of OC looks like pageant queens because I was just I was watching their reunion last night, and they all look like
pageant queens who like got pulled and plucked in the wrong places years ago.
It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
But Jersey in the future.
Jersey, where's he? What's going on?
Bling
next
they can't
week?
afford.
What's going on next week for you, Pat?
For New Jersey, what do I think? Well, I think that Teresa clearly has some fights left in her.
Still some fights.
I hope that we see I hope that we see more of the vulnerable side of Teresa.
Yes.
You know, and I do hope that the family starts to get back together, or at least her and her brother. At least we get a scene where her and her brother get together without the wife. To talk it through. And I hope that this like little triad can figure out what in the family is the real problem.
Yes.
You know, is it the wife? Is it the feelings about the wife? Is it like, are her feelings even, you know, based on something? Is she really, does she really feel left out?
Yeah.
So that they can kind of sit at the same table and understand what the problem is and address it. I hope Caroline gets involved. That's one thing that she kind of steps aside when situations like this happen, which is why she's smart.
She's smart. Grown folks need to take care of their own business.
Right, but I hope she gets involved to kind of figure out what's up. Jackie or Jacqueline, baby, I've always loved Jacqueline.
Yeah, I like her too.
I've really liked her since the start. I've always loved the way Caroline takes care of her too.
Yeah, it's
because Jacqueline would step out of line and Caroline's like, no, Jackie.
Yeah.
Bad decision.
Pull it back. Pull it back. Yeah.
But I hope that, or I think that Ashley, we're going to see her take advantage of her mother and father more.
Of course.
And I think we're going to see the mom become more complacent with it and maybe less rebellious, which is unfortunate. I think this is Caroline's season. You even see it in the opening graphics when she's the one centered in the middle. I think this is going to be the season where she floats through with no real problems. With it. She doesn't have a problem with any of the girls.
Yeah.
She's really not involved in any of the drama.
Nope.
She's just taking care of her kids. And then Kathy, I think Kathy's going to try to get involved and start something.
Interesting.
Because to me, she's a very secondary, blandish character.
Yeah. Except she made amazing desserts for their Thanksgiving last week.
I mean, that's what makes her a star. She is such a star. Did you see that
10-foot table of desserts, like individual pies and cannolis and massive cannolis and cakes. And I was like, oh.
See what
I wish. I don't like you at all, but dang, I would eat your food.
In Courtney's world.
Sweets. And
sweets
food
equal fame.
In general.
Food
it's not
is
even
power.
Sweets, it's food, boo. And that food
I wish that we saw more of like Italian or like, are they Guidos? Are they like?
I mean,
I don't want to be like, I don't want to be racist.
I can't make
comment.
I can
like,
only comment on
Oompa
the brown folks. That's when I know what's
going on. And I just talk about the gays.
The orange people, I don't know.
Orange people, I can't go there.
I can't go there.
I didn't go on that island.
I didn't learn those proper terminologies.
But I wish we saw more like the culture of New Jersey. Is that weird?
Is there a culture in New Jersey?
I think there is, though.
I think we're getting the culture of New Jersey.
All the other like
bad furs,
like over expensive things, fake colors,
and beautiful homes though.
But Caroline, look at her. She's got great hair.
She got that cut going on. I love her. She's great. She's got a weird nose though. But I like that she hasn't like tucked her face all up.
No, she's just kind of she's aged. She's aged well.
She's all right with it.
She's cool with it.
It's nice.
And she's trying to be hot. She's not trying to be a sexy lady. She's not trying to suck it in.
And she lost her weight normally.
Yeah,
and
she looks good. She's healthy.
So go her. But it's funny that you say you want to see Caroline get involved next week because the preview actually showed that Jacqueline gets involved with Melissa and Teresa, and she has them in her house trying to work shit out.
Always a bad sign.
What I'm hoping goes down is right here. This is what I hope.
The house burns down.
So what I'm hoping is that Teresa and Brother Joe work it out. They recognize that Melissa is on some bullshit, but Joe can't act up with his wife because it's still his wife.
Yeah.
But then Teresa and Melissa going to go at it, and we're really going to see Melissa show her true colors. And I want her to stop playing this fake, like, oh, I'm just trying to help.
I'm just trying to fit in.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Like if you're going to be the bitch of the family, just own it.
the
Just be
bitch.
like, I don't like
That's
my
what I'm saying.
sister-in-law,
That's-
but we'll still sit at the same table.
That's how I learned to love Britney Spears, right there.
Yeah?
She started out pretending
Yeah.
to be this sweet little, like, oh, I'll play sexy with my little schoolgirl shit. And then she got real with it and took it off and showed us what she was. And that's why I'm going to see you next Friday. I'm so excited. And that has absolutely nothing to do with Real Housewives of New Jersey. But
I actually did understand that transition.
Thank
you.
you. The transition made sense to Pat. It made sense to Jesse. Hope it made sense to
I
our
feel like she just
listeners.
needs to come out and be like, yo, either decide if she's going to let Teresa
Mm-hmm.
win or just be like, yo, I don't like my sister-in-law. And we're gonna get over
Exactly.
it.
Man
I
up
married.
or
I
back
married.
up.
I married my husband. I didn't marry you, but I respect that you're part of the family. I'm not gonna try to screw your world up.
Man up and back up. Or
You know?
back up, honey.
Right?
So other than that, that's all good for the week.
Family first in the
And
bloodline.
We'll find out next week what goes down. Some
In
kind of way.
Jersey.
In Jersey, baby.
Thank you, Courtney.
You're welcome, honey.
We'll see you in Jersey. Hell no.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.